Welcome, Tiger fans, to February's edition of Tiger Chat. On the hot seat this month is our head track coach, Coach Giesenhagen. Coach, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
We'll get back to Coach and make him a little uncomfortable here in a couple seconds. So, first of all, we'd like to thank our corporate sponsors before we get up and rolling. Mod Pizza, Qdoba, Alpine Bank, Red Rock Auto Group, Jimmy John's, and Mesa Fitness. Their support allows us to help out all our athletes in various ways, and we really appreciate what they do for Junction Athletics. A few other highlights to keep in mind. Spring registration closes this month, February. Yes, February 16th is the deadline to register son or daughter. So make sure we get our physicals updated and downloaded in the system, as well as your history and payment. Any questions, please give the athletic office a call. Again, I know it's not the most friendly system. Missy or I will do the best to guide you through, and we'll go forward from there. So also, state is this month for girls swimming. We've already had a relay team qualify and a couple individuals on the cusp with one meet left to go at the time of this filming. So hopefully we can get a few more girls into the state meet. In addition, wrestling regionals and state. Regionals second week of February heading in, and as well as third week for state. And so we'll be cheering on our boys and girls at Junction here moving forward for that. And finally, the last home basketball game in our grand old gymnasium will be February 16th against probably appropriately our next door neighbors, the Central Warriors. So again, February 16th is our last home game in the grand old gym. We'd love to pack it and have a great send off to that gym. So with that being said, we'll turn our attention back to Coach Giesenhagen, head track coach. Welcome again, Coach.
Thanks.
So what a spring for the track program last year. Give us a summary of how that went.
It was awesome. We had a lot of firsts last year in my tenure. We had a bunch of really outstanding individuals, especially on the boys' side. One in particular, Miller Jones, ended up an All-American after last spring, ended up going through the summer season, ranked top 10 in the nation in the triple jump and long jump. He helped to lead the boys to a top 10 finish, which was great. It's the second one that we've had in my tenure. But we had some other firsts as well. We had our first girls relay team since I've been coaching here, qualify for state. It's the largest team that we've had since I've been coaching as well. So a lot of young kids, a lot of kids just really excited about competing too. So I think it was the most competitive young group, especially the girls, that I've ever been a part of. They were just beating each other up, all wanting to get on this 4x4 relay, which is, if you all know track, that's not a fun race always. I mean, there's a lot of glory in it, but it's also probably one of the hardest. So it was just really exciting in that we had some of our top end kids really perform well, and I mean, we had a state record broken, we had multiple state champions, and then also to see just throughout all the levels too, the excitement for track and the competitiveness that we have in that team. So it was fun. I'm looking forward to this year. I think we might have another record-breaking year in numbers, it seems like, just starting to hear the talk and kids asking me about when we get going. So I'm excited, and yeah, it was a good building year.
Awesome. Yeah, we were around 90, 100 kids last year.
Yeah.
And as you said, very young team.
For sure.
So we're expecting a lot of good things this coming spring.
Yeah.
So getting off track a little bit, I always throw a little curveball at you coaches. So favorite track athlete throughout your time?
So my dad was actually a track coach, and there's a meet coming up here in the winter season in Idaho. It's called the Simplot Games. It's the biggest indoor meet this side of the Mississippi. There's teams from all over the world that come, and there's all these Olympians that come as well, right? And they'll give the medals out and everything. And when I was a kid, I got to meet Florence Griffith Joyner, or FloJo, right? And so she always was she's the fastest woman on the face of the planet, so that was pretty impressive. But she was also flashy, right? She always had the hair and the nails. Like FloJo's nails were always real famous, right? Yep. But being someone I got to meet, and then she was someone my dad sought out and always, we talked with at Simplots and whatnot. So she's probably always have a special place in my heart as far as track athletes go. And, she died young, and that was a sad thing for the whole community of track and field. But yeah, she's pretty cool. Very cool. Okay. I didn't prep you for this question.
Okay. This is February's edition, so Valentine's Day. We have any?
That's my least favorite holiday. So we should
any plans?
No, plans. I've never had a plan for Valentine's Day. So Gwen, my wife, who also works here, probably won't watch this, and I'll make sure to not point it out to her. But it's a secret plan. That's
There
the
we
plan.
go. Stick with that.
Yeah, and it'll be real well done, I'm sure.
Awesome. That question, I
That was
always
unfair.
don't prep a coach for a particular question, and I didn't prep coach for that one. So let's wrap it up. You're in the winter preseason. What's going on right now with the track team?
So we this year finally kind of got organized to do an entire Grand Valley track preseason. So we're utilizing coaches from different schools, and I've been working with jumpers and hurdlers twice a week. We've had coaches working with sprinters and distance and throws. All of our disciplines have had coaches working at least 2 days of the week with them. We've been doing this for 2 months now, so we still have 1 more month to go. These athletes have been working their butts off, and they've been traveling to different indoor meets around the state. And like I said, they're going to Idaho here in a couple weeks. So that is kind of our preseason training that we've been going on. And then we're just trying to get kids registered already to kind of have an idea. Just so we know what to expect this year. But I've been really impressed with the whole valley. We've had over 100 athletes come into these preseason practices. That's not just Junction, but that's everywhere. A lot of Grand Junction High School athletes have been going to these. So I think it's going to be insane what track is turning into on the Western Slope. I really do believe it's been really great in the past, but I just think that the state's going to continually be noticing the Western Slope showing up at those bigger meets. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Very cool. Looking forward to it.
me too.
So, well, once again, thank you for joining us with February's edition of Tiger Chat. Again, we hope to see everyone at the natatorium, the wrestling duels, and the basketball games. Don't forget like I said, our last home game for basketball, February 16th. And we'll get into next month, March, with spring break around the corner. So enjoy, and we'll see everybody soon.